When I started medical school, I thought I was going to go into family or peds, and I found that I liked every single rotation I did. Emergency medicine is that way.
Right. I'm Dr. Medeiros. We'll have a bunch of people around you, okay? All right.
You get to see a little bit of everything. You get really interesting cases, really interesting people.
All right.
What I like about it is the challenge and the diagnostic challenge, so it's kind of a puzzle every time somebody comes in.
Let's make sure we take a good look at his aorta.
And you get to be the one to kind of put that all together and see if you can figure out what's going on and how best to treat it.
How are you feeling right now?
I think my favorite thing is actually teaching. That's why I stayed at an academic center, and that's what keeps me going.
So chest pain and palpitations is his
But no
complaint.
chest pain today.
I think it's challenging in the sense that you have to kind of stretch yourself a little bit more. You have to think a little bit harder about every single decision you're making so that you can explain it, because if you can explain it to other people, then there must be a reason for it.
He is a little hypertensive, like 160 systolic.
Okay. And he took his meds.
So I love having residents and med students in there because I get to share all of my knowledge and all the things that people have taught me over the years. You're always with at least 2 or 3 residents, sometimes medical students as well, and there are always other attendings in the department. So it's really collegial, it's really shared learning. Somebody's heard about a new paper or a new treatment, and everybody's kind of always sharing that knowledge with everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are so excited. We now have over 10,000 downloads, which by the time you hear this, maybe it'll be closer to 15. I think of podcasting as an extension of the teaching I'm doing, and I really want to focus on technology. All of our students use technology every day. They use social media every day. They listen to podcasts, and I wanted to be able to tap into that as another avenue for teaching and learning. And we saw it as a way to really share the experience that we have at UC Davis with other doctors and other members of our community.
That is awesome.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, pass it on. For links to the resources in this episode, check out our website. So eImpulse was originally meant to be for emergency physicians, and we wanted to share some of the newest research that's coming out of UC Davis, or some projects that we're working on, or some expertise that we have. And what we found as we started working on it was that we really wanted to go with a slightly different angle, and we wanted to bring it to more people. And we started including stories from patients, or stories about patients, and stories from different practitioners. And it really became this podcast for everybody.
The symptoms from this concussion lasted for 4 months. And they told me at the time it's not a serious concussion, it's a minor concussion.
When I kind of started this podcasting journey, I did sort of think it was maybe an easy thing, get a mic, get a computer, maybe find some software and kind of piece this thing together. And I knew it would take a little bit of time. I knew it was going to be a big learning curve, but I actually had no idea what it was going to take.
I could be like, hey, Sarah, I know that you played a lot of sports. You played field hockey.
I probably did, but I don't remember.
That's a great line. You should totally say that.
We definitely want to continue it. There's so much interesting material that we want to talk about, that we want to get out there, that we want to explore further. And it's learning for us too. So every time that I get to interview somebody, I am learning something new. And Julia likes to talk about joining the conversation and learning together. And I think that's exactly what it's all about.